The following episode is part of a weekly series on the ScreenCrush YouTube channel. If you like the video, subscribe to ScreenCrush for more. You think you know Empire? Well, here's 10 things you may not have known about the Lyon family business.
You're gonna get me killed.
Empire was created by Lee Daniels and Danny Strong. According to Strong, the show is partially based on William Shakespeare's King Lear and James Goldman's The Lion in the Winter. Daniels claims that he has drawn inspiration from classic television dramas such as Dynasty and Dallas. Lee Daniels inspired much of Empire off his experiences in Philadelphia and fought to shoot and base the show there, but ended up basing the show in New York City and shooting in Chicago. For a show based around modern music, Lee Daniels had to do a little research as his musical tastes were admittedly dated. Daniels consulted his children to find a producer for the show's music. Timbaland, aka Timothy Mosley, was chosen to give the show its musical flavor.
If you don't put him last on that song, you're not gonna use his track.
Oh, I get it. So Yoko Ono here wants to play on the song too.
Well, what can you do, Yoko? Can you play the tambourine?
The show's leads and romantic interests are played by Terrence Howard and Taraji P. Henson. Interestingly, both actors portrayed leads and romantic interests in the movie Hustle and Flow, which shares the subject matter of aspiring musicians and their struggles.
That song, I have never really liked it until I heard your version of it. I think, son, you've got a great career as an arranger.
After its premiere, Empire's viewership continued to grow with each successive episode. This is entirely counter to normal viewing patterns on television, where shows tend to lose their audiences as the season progresses. Empire jumped from nearly 10 million viewers during its premiere to a whopping 17.6 million for the finale. Rumor has it that Monique was offered the role of Cookie Lyon, but Strong and Daniels have denied the claim. Daniels has admitted to having conversations about the role with Monique, but that Fox was opposed to working with her, as she had gained a reputation for being difficult after her work on Precious. Mad Men star John Slattery was offered a role in the show by Danny Strong, who had a brief role in Mad Men as the character Danny Siegel. Slattery said, quote, "He actually asked me if I wanted to be on Empire, and I think I let that ship sail. I don't know who I would have played, some white dude." Lee Daniels wrote the part of Elle Dallas specifically for Courtney Love. She described Lee's initial pitch for the character as, quote, "It was originally going to be a kind of Whitney Houston kind of character. When she was brought in to test for Fox executives, Daniels had her sing a Patti LaBelle song, but it didn't suit her voice. Daniels rewrote the part to better suit Love's voice."
Walk out on me, see you for the last time.
The musical aspect of the show is different than Glee, Fox's other musical series. Lee Daniels has said, quote, "The story drives the music doesn't drive the story." Timbaland has described writing for the show as being very collaborative with the scriptwriting team, taking cues from songs from the show's character development. The soundtrack to the first season debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 chart, as well as the US top R&B/hip-hop albums. And here's a bonus one. Lee Daniels initially wanted Wesley Snipes to play Lucius, but he changed his mind after Taraji said she would only play Cookie if Terrence Howard was given the Lucius role.
You gonna beat this thing because I can't lose you again.
You have me now.
That's it for this episode of You Think You Know TV. Make sure you subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and get the latest movie and TV news on ScreenCrush.com.